My name is Mario Moschamp. I'm currently the terrestrial manager at Tide. We actually are assisting with turtle nest monitoring as a part of the work that the Turtle Monitoring Network is doing in Belize. So we, as the Tide staff, have been responsible for monitoring the beaches of the Port Honduras Marine Reserve. In the case of us, the staff at the Pains Creek National Park, we are focusing mainly on the coastline beaches. So it's that stretch of beach that starts at Punta Icacos and runs all the way up to about a mile north of Monkey River. So covering roughly about 14 to 15 miles of beach. We usually start early in April, and like you mentioned, the activities are very limited. But from the time you get into the month of June, July, August, you start to see an increase in terms of the number of animals crawling up to do for nesting. I must say that this year has been I would say 2021 season has been a very good year. I think we have found over 60 nests along that beach, that stretch of beach. Some of the threats to those nests mainly has been predation from the different wildlife along the coastline there. That includes raccoons, gray foxes, and such. But we also know that we have lost nests to the erosion along that coastline. So the erosion of the beaches along that coastline is really impacting the nesting beaches. But we also have lost 2 nests to inundation from heavy rains, and then those nests coming close to the low-lying areas on the west side of the beach, coupled with the erosion taking place. So we found that a couple of the nests we lost to inundation, so those eggs didn't hatch. The first year wasn't a comprehensive one. It was just to get an idea of what's happening on the beach, what species are the main species nesting. And so I think that first year we found about 20 nests. That was in 2019. And then 2020 was much improved. We had over 40 nests in 2020. And in 2021 we are now over 60 nests. So each year we are seeing an increase in terms of the number of nests. That could be, a couple of things could be contributing to that. And I believe one of them mainly is the fact that we are better now knowledgeable of the nesting environment and what it is that these animals are actually needed for nesting. And we can identify the nests a lot better now because of the more experience that we have gathered over the past couple of years since we have been doing it. So all of those things can contribute to the increase we are seeing. But based on information that we're receiving and hearing from local fishers, they too are also seeing an increase in terms of the number of turtles in the area. So the increase could be because of the population growth. And those are things that we have to look at more down the road, and not just look at the nesting environment, but also try to do like some in-water surveys and so on to try and get an idea of the population size of the species, the nesting turtles within this region. So those are additional research and monitoring that needs to be done apart from the nest monitoring that we are doing. If we want to ensure that these turtles will be here for future generations, we have to look at it holistically and not just the nesting environment, but also their preferred habitat and the in-water surveys to ensure that we get a better picture of the population size.